Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode. Today, I'd like to discuss something that's not really health related, but in a way it is health related. It's something that I've been pretty passionate about for quite some time, starting in 2017, and that's based off cryptocurrencies or this decentralized ecosystem that's growing and growing and growing. And I've been mentioning it on a few shows that I've been on recently, and people have been asking me, hey, can you teach us more about NFTs? Can you teach us more about cryptocurrencies? And so today is the first day that I'm actually going to be doing a session on how to buy your first NFT. And the reason is because I believe that everybody needs help. And I've been researching a lot of these digital worlds, these metaverses, and there's a lot of people that are in these metaverses that are in this digital world. And for that matter, I mean, basically we all live to a certain degree in the digital worlds, right? How many hours are you spending on your phone every day? How many hours are you spending on your computer every day? And what I love about this field that is, up and coming, and I've been, like I said, involved since 2017 in multiple crypto-based, blockchain-based, decentralized-based projects. And how I can simplify that is, in the real world, we're going through massive levels of censorship. It's hard for us to even speak or tell the truth without being censored. Our freedoms are being taken away. We're being divided by race, religion, politics. There's a narrative, there's a group of people that are trying to run the world. There's a group of people that are involved in big pharma, big agriculture, big oil and gas that are destroying the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food that we eat. And so it's very important to me to try to always be a hub of information and a hub of truth. And there is a huge amount of people that are going into decentralized or areas where they can be free, they can be anonymous. Nobody judges them for what they think or how they feel. And I've been watching this shift for quite some time, and this is the shift into what you're now hearing is the metaverse or this digital world. And most people are not even aware that, for example, the Super Bowl has always been the most watched event in the world. Recently, there was a concert in the metaverse, and this is the digital world, and they had more people attending this digital concert in the metaverse than watched the Super Bowl last year. And I know it's difficult and it might sound confusing and it's not really easy to branch into this, but I'm really concerned about the future of our children. I'm really concerned about the future ecosystem that we're all going to be living in. And interacting in this world and trying to understand this world for the last 3 or 4 years, I see how many really a younger generation now, but I think more and more people will start understanding how this whole metaverse, this whole digital world merging with the real world actually takes place. There's really barriers to entry right now, but what I'd like to discuss today is really go through a beginner's course on how to buy your first NFT. Now, think about this. Anybody who has kids, I've had kids, and all the parents that I've talked to, I mean, we get calls and emails all the time of, how can I get my kids off of video games? How can I get them to stop living in this digital world? They're obsessed with it. They're addicted to it. It's affecting them mentally. It's affecting them physically. It's affecting their health. And our job is to reach everybody, to try to educate and to try to give solutions to no matter if you're 10 or 8 or 60 or 80, it doesn't matter. And so because of all of these requests that we've gotten, and even myself, I've noticed it with my own kids. That's why we had to put restrictions on the amount of time they can spend playing video games. And I've tried to understand by sitting down and talking to my kids for hours on end, saying, what is it? What is it about this digital world that's so special? Why is it so addicting? Why are so many kids and even adults living in these digital worlds? And my kids have even like spent money on these things. You know, they're here, they're playing all these games, and they buy these cars and they buy these avatars, which are just, you know, basically digital people that are created in this digital world. And they're, you know, you can buy all kinds of weapons, and you can buy all kinds of, you can buy medical kits to heal you if you get hurt in these games, and all kinds of stuff. And up until recently, they just spend money and they never get anything in return. And so that's created this kind of demand for being able to actually own things yourself in these digital worlds, or in these games, or in these other, in this ecosystem that we're calling the metaverse. So we have the planet Earth where we all live, and then we kind of have this whole digital world on the other side. And so because there's been such a demand, and because there's so much money spent by all these individuals that are living in these worlds, up until recently, they've just spent the money in these games and they never actually owned anything. And in the real world, we've seen the same thing with just artists, you know, painting art, and then you have to sell your art. However, you know, that can be copied and taken, and you know, for example, there's many copies of the Mona Lisa. There's many copies that counterfeited. You know, in the real world, we have a big issue with counterfeiting things. And so what I want to talk to you about today is something that I'm interested in, and something that we're going to be doing at Global Healing. Is we're actually starting a NFT project called the Global Healing Society. And the Global Healing Society is a group of people like myself and like you, if you're watching this, that are passionate about healing themselves, healing others, and healing the planet. That's the mission statement. So hopefully we'll be able to help educate through these worlds, through these metaverses, bringing in products, bringing in education, that we won't be censored. We won't be ridiculed. We have freedom of speech, and we'll be able to help people in these in this digital world. And I think we're one of the first companies that I know of in the dietary supplement space and the health space that's really innovative, that's thinking 5 years down the line. You know, how can we help this next generation adapt, overcome some of these mental conditions or some of these struggles that they're going through? Because we know for a fact that gaming and being in the digital world does have an effect on your physical body. It has an effect on how you think, how you communicate in the real world. And it's a struggle that we're trying to bridge that gap and say, you know, let's, for example, like right now, most of the kids that I talk to, I try to learn from my kids. My kids are 15 and 13. I'm like, well, how are kids communicating? They're like, Dad, people don't talk on the phone anymore. They just text. That's how they even meet other people in their groups. It's completely different. Times are changing from when I was a kid, where we were outside all the time. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have computers. There was no internet. You know, we had a bike, and we had a lawn, and we had woods to go play in, and creeks to go play in and swim in. And we had, the way that we communicated with other kids was we were around other kids, and we talked to other kids, and we would go ask girls, would you like to go out on a date with me? I mean, now times have changed, and we're in this, you know, partially transition into this digital world. So I'm doing this video not only to teach people how to buy their first NFT, but also to explain that we have a serious condition that that we need to be aware of. So like I said, this is kind of out of the ordinary for me, normally speaking about health, but I think this is a huge health issue that we all need to be aware of and all need to collaborate on, and to help this next generation be aware of any dangers or benefits, for that matter, of living, or at least, spending a lot of time in these metaverses. Now, what I do have to make this disclaimer that this is not intended to be investment advice. I'm not telling you to go buy any particular investments or art or anything online, or to buy any type of cryptocurrencies as an investment. This is more or less just education. This is an experience that I've gone through, and I just feel like it's time to share this information with everybody. All right, so let's get started. So what are NFTs? If you haven't heard of NFTs, type it in Google or type it in your search engine. And NFTs are something that's extremely popular right now because it's a way to own your own assets in the digital world. Most of the NFTs, which stands for non-fungible token, is just more or less an easy or simple way to explain it. Is it's a piece of property, or it's an asset, or it's something that you actually own in the digital world or in the metaverse. And it can be digital art, it can be an avatar, it can be a piece of land. For example, Sandbox and Decentraland are two of the biggest pieces, worlds in the digital world. But it's a unique, one-of-a-kind item that actually is on the blockchain, or it actually has a number associated with it. So it's, once you own this piece of whatever it is in the digital world, you actually get a contract address with that. It's like a long code. And that code, when you buy it, is yours. And you're the only one that can transfer that piece. And the piece is only assigned to you. So it prevents, yes, I'm sure somebody could take a picture of it and try to copy it or whatever, but you would never be able to sell it, because if you're going to sell it, it has to be, once you buy it, it's already locked in the digital world that you are the owner of that token, or that piece of art, or that piece of land, or that car, or that tank, or whatever it is in the digital world. It's a unique, one-of-a-kind piece. It's like an original Picasso or an original painting of something that's been, checked out, verified, and in the real world, that would be the equivalent. It's irreplaceable, it's unique. So just to give you an example of some of these digital pieces of art, or these NFTs that have been selling, this year, we had a piece sell for $69 million, and that was an NFT piece of art done by an artist named Beeple. And that's what the art looks like right there. So we have lots of big investors. We have lots of people that are coming in because they're saying it's still the beginning stages. Actually, less than 1% of the population even probably know what an NFT is. But people are betting that this is going to, and just looking at the trends, we're seeing that more and more people are starting to buy NFTs or getting into these digital worlds. It's exponential, the amount of people that are just frustrated with the real world, want to be able to, go somewhere where they can have fun, or go somewhere where they can meet people, or go somewhere where they can hang out. And so the philosophy now is like you're getting in on the ground floor. And that's why these pieces are selling for so much, because 10 years from now, 20 years from now, they're going to say, what were the original pieces? So now we can say, wow, like an original Rembrandt or a Picasso or something, those are so valuable. So what they're saying, and what the research is showing, is that 100 years from now, 200 years from now, they'll be saying, what are the most expensive pieces of art will be the ones that were created and verified in this blockchain, in this digital world that's being created. And so that's why you're seeing a lot of money from these institutional investors and stuff coming into these projects and buying this art that's just through the roof. And most people can't even afford it. these are like the high end pieces of digital assets. An asset, anything that you own and retain that can hopefully go up in value over a period of time. An asset is like gold, your land, your house, silver, diamonds, gemstones. This is cryptocurrencies would be considered an asset. This would be another, stocks. And then this would be kind of a newer type of an asset that's just coming on. But with any asset can go up and down in value depending on what's going on. Now, people are moving into really strong asset diversification right now because of what's going on in the world. I mean, the dollar is losing its value all over the world. I mean, we're printing money left and right. And so people are saying, wait a second, I don't trust the dollar. I want to put my money somewhere else where I can potentially grow it. And I have a piece that will go up in value that I can sell anytime I want, anywhere in the world. For example, if you purchase one of these digital pieces somewhere, it goes into your wallet or into your wherever you're holding it, and you can be anywhere in the world. You don't even have to take it. Like a real piece of art, let's say something happens, a hurricane or whatever, or something happens in the world, you have to leave, you have to go somewhere else. It's going to be hard to take all that with you. It would be hard to take 100 pounds of gold with you and 100 pounds of silver and all the paintings off your wall and everything like that and travel with it. Whereas digital assets like cryptocurrencies and NFTs or digital pieces of art, those you can be anywhere and you can travel with and they still hold value. So another reason why a lot of the people I talk to are really big into investing in colored gemstones, especially like colored diamonds, because you can have jewelry on and you can have millions of dollars of stuff on and you can travel anywhere with it. And you can bring those high dollar assets with you wherever you go. So that was just an example. This is an example of what's online called CryptoPunks. CryptoPunks, as you can see, was one of the first NFT projects that was just done on pixelated art. And you might ask the question, how are these tiny little pieces selling for millions and millions of dollars? That's kind of the question a lot of people ask. And again, the answer is that it's one of the first NFT projects. I like to, if I'm going to invest in something online, I actually like to look at something that I value the art. I really like the art in it. I'm not really a fan of the art. This is just pixelated art. However, this is one of the most popular projects that's out there right now. It's extremely expensive, but it's also a way. I mean, it's also a way that people are utilizing these different types of projects and art to hold their money in some sort of digital asset, maybe because they don't trust the government, or they don't want to keep their money in US dollars or cash. So they're going to put it into some of these. And honestly, these have maintained their value, and most of them have actually been going up in value over the last 6 months, year, 2 years. This is just an example of some of the art pieces, some of the campaigns. A lot of these projects are building communities, so they'll only release maybe 10,000, 3,000, 6,000 unique pieces of art, and that's all that will ever exist. And the timestamp on them, it'll be timestamped for when they actually release them. So these are some examples that you might see when you start typing in NFTs or digital assets or to that sort. Okay, this is one of my favorite artists right here. Her name is Chelsea Evanstar, and so hopefully we'll be working with her on our NFT project, which is our NFT project is actually something that we're designing to help heal people with by putting really powerful healing sounds and geometrics and stuff like that, and then really tying it to the real world as well. So we want to merge the real world with the digital world and be able to help as many people as we possibly can, whether you're living in that world, whether you're living in this world. So what are the benefits of cryptocurrency and owning digital assets? Nobody knows for sure what's going to happen. So this is kind of a trending. It's been trending and trending. Bitcoin actually was what was released years ago. We've seen that value increase. The reason why I got into the crypto ecosphere is because the most of the crypto assets, there's cryptocurrencies, and then there's crypto companies based on some sort of a blockchain, which is a very secure way to do business peer to peer. So the reason I like it is because it takes out a lot of the government control over things. You have more control over your own assets. You can decide yourself who to do business with, who to not do business with. It takes out a lot of the middlemen. Like if you're going to buy a house, you can just go directly to the person, transfer your assets in there, buy the house. You don't have to go through the loan thing and then the bank and then sign a million pieces of paperwork. And then you have just like so many things right now that you have to do in the real world. And the crypto world or the digital world is a very decentralized, which means there's not a bunch of regulations and rules and what you can do and what you can't do. However, it's, I of course do everything legally, and all of the exchanges and all of the things that we deal with are legal entities that are set up and even to a certain degree overseen by our federal government. But I think that at least with the trends that we've been noticing, it is the future of business. It's a future of social exchange. It's a way to use currency. We've been working on a way to be able to accept cryptocurrencies for payment. It's a way that you can transfer money to people anywhere in the world instantaneously. It's a more secure medium of exchange than carrying a bunch of cash with you, et cetera. And all the transactions that are done on the ecosystem, the digital ecosystem, or let's say the blockchain, you can look them up. They are public knowledge. They are nearly unhackable. It's, like I said, the beginning stages, but it just gives you more control of doing the things that you want to do. It's putting, basically the way this country was put together was that we were free and we had the freedom to choose. We had the freedom to do business. We have the freedom to choose our religious beliefs. We have the freedom to choose our political beliefs. We have the freedom to choose many different things without the indoctrination of the mainstream media and the control mechanisms and the manipulation of the planet and other things that we've been working really hard over the years to try to educate people on, and to try to help people in any way, shape, or form that we can. So in the future, most likely you will, whether you're watching this now and you might not be ready for it, or maybe you'll watch it later on, you probably will, or somebody in your family, probably your children, will own some sort of cryptocurrency or some sort of digital asset. And the good thing about this is when you do own this, it's very hard for anyone to repossess it because you have the secret keys. The only person that has access to your finances, to your digital assets, NFTs, is you, and you keep all those secure. Okay, so what are some of the benefits of the working in this digital world now, where we can communicate with people, we can transact with people, we can buy things back and forth? Now it's got to the point where we can't, it's not just the digital world, it's the digital and the real world. We have settlement times, we have lower fees, let's say bank fees. However, what we have been noticing now is with the Ethereum, which is a way to transact with money, is that, each time you do a transaction in cryptocurrencies, there is a small fee involved as well. And because there's so many people getting online, there's so many people opening up accounts and trading, Now we're starting to see these fees go up. And so when we see these fees go up, because it's not one centralized banking like here that we have in the world, where we have the central banks, which basically control everything, the JP Morgan, the Wells Fargo, the Bank of America, which are all owned and manipulated, which completely control and regulate the stock market and the silver and gold prices and everything like that. Now we have more of a community-driven people system, to where something doesn't go right or fees get high. Well, then there's another company that comes up that starts working on that. It's a very community-owned and operated system, just like the free ecosystem or free markets that we used to have here in America years ago. So we're kind of like going back to the beginning, but at the same time, advancing the technology. So that's why you're starting to see more and more bigger companies get into this ecosystem. And that's what we're doing, because we're also creating a token called the Healing Token. And we're going to be able to coming up with all kinds of really cool ideas to reward people for getting healthy, reward people for doing good things to other people, reward people for doing positive things for the planet, reward people for donating to really good causes that clean up the planet or clean up the air or clean up the soil. So we're going to be able to actually reward people in these tokens through the Healing Token, and create a more positive environment and motivate people to get healthy, motivate people to start healing the world, motivate people to start taking action for the betterment of each individual and the betterment of the planet. Okay, so I want to try to do this as simple as possible. Now, there's many different exchanges, and to explain what an exchange is, it's somewhere you have to go in the digital world to be able to buy cryptocurrencies. That's probably the simplest explanation. And there's many different exchanges. Let's just say the Dow Jones stock market. That's an exchange where you go, where stocks are traded every day. Or you use Fidelity, or you use Bank of America or Merrill Lynch, or you have your stockbroker, or you have whatever you want to do whenever you want to invest in something. You call up that middle person and you say, hey, I want to buy this stock, and then they put it through and then you give them the money, and then they purchase the stock for you. Now you're able to do, now let's switch over to the cryptocurrency world. So the cryptocurrency, what they call, whenever you want to purchase a digital asset or purchase a token or purchase a cryptocurrency, you go to an exchange to do that, okay? It's just the platform you use to buy and sell or to transfer your money. I'm going to talk about Coinbase today because Coinbase is publicly traded. Of course, I use multiple exchanges, but to keep everything very, very simple on how to buy your first NFT, we're going to talk about how you can set up an account on Coinbase. Now, once you get an account set up on Coinbase, then this is just an overview of what we're going to be going through today. Then you're going to create a wallet. You need a place to store your currency, right? Just like in the real world, you get dollars and you have your wallet or your purse and you put it in there. This is your digital wallet. Okay, this is where you're going to store your currencies or your assets. Today, we're going to be talking about Metamask. Metamask is a very popular wallet that you will need to transact with the Opensea platform. So 4 things. We're going to talk about setting up an account on Coinbase, creating your MetaMask wallet, how you can buy and transfer ETH or Ethereum. So Ethereum is what we're going to be talking about and using today as a currency. So if you think about your, US dollars in the real world, we're going to be talking about Ethereum in the digital world. And Ethereum is a currency, a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, where you can transact just like you would in the real world with your credit card or with money that you have in your wallet. This is just digital money, basically. So we're going to talk about how you buy Ethereum, and we're going to talk about how you transfer that. Now, there are many platforms that sell digital art and digital assets. Today, we're going to be talking about Opensea. Opensea is a large marketplace. It's just like a flea market, basically, where you can go. In the real world, you have a flea market or the mall. You go shopping in the mall. In the digital world, you have Opensea, which is a digital mall. It's like a digital place where you can shop for things. And so that's where the majority of these art pieces and these NFTs and these projects are. So 4 steps: set up Coinbase, create a wallet, buy and transfer your digital money, and sync and buy your first NFT on Opensea. All right, step number 1. Ethereum is what we're going to be talking about today, because the NFT marketplaces, or let's just say the flea market, for example, or the mall that you're going to. Like if you go to the mall down the road, they're most likely only going to accept you to pay by credit card, or they're going to accept you to pay with US dollars, right? If you're in the US. So consider this mall being the digital mall, being Opensea, and what they accept as currency is Ethereum. That's what you need to pay for if you're going to buy anything from this digital mall. So Ethereum is currently the leading blockchain service for NFT issuance. And remember, every time I say NFT, it's not, that just means whatever you're buying, whatever piece of asset you're buying for asset issuance. Okay, so step number one, you're going to set up your account on Coinbase.com. So make sure when you go to Coinbase that you go to this exact address, www.coinbase.com. There are lots of scammers out there. I'm going to say that again. There are lots of scammers out there. So they place ads, and it might, they might have coinbase.com / or no, they might have coinbase.net or coinbase.io or coinbase.org or something like that, where it might look exactly like the regular site, and then you plug in your account information or whatever, and they can steal your money from you. So always make sure you're going to the right website whenever you're going to purchase anything. But step 1 is the step that takes the longest amount of time. But because Coinbase is federally regulated, it might take a couple days to set up your account. But go to coinbase.com, click on set up account. You create your account with your email address. You're going to verify your account with your photo ID. Then you can link your credit card or your bank account to your Coinbase account. And then what you're going to do is verify 2 charges. So they're basically going to say, we're going to charge your credit card to verify it's you. And they're going to do a charge for like 7 cents and 10 cents or something. And it's going to say, verify what the charges are. And there's going to be 2 boxes, put in first charge, 10 cents, second charge, 7 cents, verify, and then your account will be set up. Usually takes about 2 to 3 days to get your Coinbase account set up. So that's step number 1. It's fairly easy to do. I don't think I need to walk you through that process and set up an account. All you have to do, go to coinbase.com, set up your account right there. Link your credit cards, link your bank account. Okay. Now, once you have your Coinbase account set up, I'm gonna walk you through this, but just to let you know, you go to coinbase.com, you go to trade on the left panel, then you go to Ethereum, then you go to buy, Your credit card or bank account should already be linked by this point in time. Then you click buy, and then you can go to the assets part, and it shows you how much you have under that section. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my Coinbase account here. Now, what I want to do is I want to buy some Ethereum. So step number one, you've set up your Coinbase account. Step number two, you need to buy some Ethereum. So I'm going to go over here to the trade. I'm going to click on the trade. This is going to show me Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, Solana, all the way down. You can see that this shows you how if the price is going down or if the price is going up. You can see Dogecoin here has gone up 17%, sorry. So anyway, that can go all the way down. And these are just different cryptocurrencies or different projects that you can look into if you're interested in doing any investments into any of those. But for today, since we're buying an NFT, what we're going to do is we're going to go to Ethereum. And we're going to click on buy. Okay, so my bank accounts are already hooked up in here. I'm going to be paying with my bank account. I'm going to buy $200 worth of Ethereum. Now, that's going to say preview buy. I'm going to click that. Then it's going to make sure that I'm serious about this. You might double check this. The price of Ethereum is $3,791 per Ethereum, but I'm only purchasing, the Coinbase fee is $2.99. So I'm only going to actually get 197.01. So I'm going to buy now. And I successfully purchased 0.05 Ethereum. Okay, now my Ethereum balance is right now $810 because I had some in there before. Okay, so let's go back. So that now you just bought your Ethereum. So now you actually have Ethereum in your assets. So if you go click on assets and you go down, you're going to see that if you can find Ethereum on here, these are just some of my assets here. So if you're going to go here, Ethereum, that's your assets right here. Okay. Now, we'll go back to the slideshow. So now you've purchased your first Ethereum. You've set up your Coinbase. You've gone on. You've gotten approved. You've gone to the trade. You went to Ethereum. You bought your Ethereum, and you have it in your assets. Now, the next phase is to set up your MetaMask wallet. Step number one is to go to metamask.io. Okay, so go to metamask.io. Then you're going to install the MetaMask for whatever browser you're using. So if you have Chrome, I recommend using Chrome. So if you don't have Chrome, get a Chrome browser, but you can do this for Chrome, for iOS, for Android. If you want to do this all on your phone, you can do that too. You can do everything from your laptop, your computer, or your phone. I'm doing it on my laptop right now. So you're going to go to metamask.io, follow the instructions, install. Once you have your extension downloaded, the Chrome extension, iOS or Android, add to Chrome. You can see the button here. Then you have your MetaMask installed on whatever browser you're using, which is self-explanatory. Now, after you have your MetaMask downloaded onto the browser, the Chrome, then you're going to want to create your MetaMask wallet. So it will lead you to this screen. This is going to be, say, I already have MetaMask, and if you do, then you put your secret recovery phase in there. If you don't, it says, let's get set up. And it walks you through the process. You're going to click create a wallet. Okay, so I'm going to go back on here. When you create your wallet, you're going to be given a recovery phase. This is your secret phase that you never, ever want to lose. You want to write this down and put it in a safe somewhere. Many people make the mistake of, sharing their phase. This is like your password. This is your code. This is your secret code. Now, it's usually 12 words, and you want to write that down. Once you do that, and once you set everything up, you're going to see, let me just go out here for a second. You're going to see this little, if you can see up in the corner, this little fox up here in your browser. This is your MetaMask account. Once it's all set up, this is your account number. This shows you how much Ethereum you have in here. You can go through your assets, etc. This should be always set on Ethereum mainnet. Okay, so this is your MetaMask account once it's set up. Now, you haven't transferred anything into that yet. You've just had it set up, because you can see right here, this is your setup. Now, I'm not going to set up a new one, but as you walk through this, it's going to give you your secret code. And that's something that you don't want to share with anyone. Again, I can't tell you how important it is, because a lot of times people will say, oh, well, I can help you if your transaction didn't go through. Send me your secret code and I'll help you out. Then you end up sending it to them, and then they get into your account, they wipe you clean, and you never hear from them again. They steal all your assets. I'm not trying to scare anybody from doing this, because it's self-explanatory, but just be on the safe side and try and never give out your recovery phase to anybody. Now, if you want to, give it to your wife, your significant other, something like that, to hold in their safe, just so you have a backup plan, or your mom or your dad or something like that, you can do that as well. Okay. Now, after we have creating your MetaMask wallet, we're going to move on to sending ETH from your Coinbase to MetaMask. Now, the first thing you do is you go to coinbase.com. Then you go to MetaMask and you copy your address. Then you go to send and receive. Then you put the amount that you want to transfer. Then you click pay with ETH. Then you go back to the send to. Then you paste your MetaMask address. Then you click continue, and then you confirm with your two-step authentication. One thing I didn't mention with the Coinbase is, as you're going through and setting up your Coinbase account, you will set up a two-factor authentication, which is something that you'll do through your Google Authenticator. So let's just walk through this process right now of sending money to the MetaMask wallet. Okay, so I am on Coinbase right now. So what I want to do is I want to go to up in the right-hand corner. I want to go to send and receive and click on that. Okay. Send means you're going to send some of your Ethereum to your MetaMask wallet. So first thing I want to do is I want to go down to pay with down here. You can see that it's on Tezos, but what I want to do is I want to send Ethereum. So I can type in ETH here and I can click Ethereum. So now I know I'm sending Ethereum. Next thing I want to do is I want to go up to my MetaMask. I want to click on that. This is my account number. Your account number is like your banking number. You know, when you send money to someone's bank, like the routing number, this is the equivalent of your routing number in the digital world. This is the number that you only have that's public, okay? So there's not, you can give this number out because, I mean, nobody can do anything but send money into it. So like if you want a friend of yours or something wants to send you money, you can send them this number and they'll be able to send money directly into your account. That's exactly what we're doing with Coinbase. We're telling Coinbase to send money into our account number in MetaMask. So we're going to copy this. We could just click on it. It says copied. Then we're going to come over and we're going to say to. Now this is kind of confusing because on this area right here where it says to, it says mobile, email, or address. It doesn't actually say bank account number or wire transfer number on it. So what we're doing is we're sending our account number. So we're going to paste that in there. That's where we're sending it. We just copied and pasted it from Metamask. You can put a note in there to yourself saying, transferred on this day if you want, something like that. Normally, I don't do that. So what we're going to do, we're going to transfer $100. So I'm going to type that in up here. Everything is ready. You can do either $100 or you can do it in Ethereum if you want as well. So you could type in the amount of Ethereum if you wanted to type in, 0.021 Ethereum. I usually like to just stick with US dollars, whatever I want to send. So I'm going to put $100 in there. Everything is ready. I want to always double check everything. You can even double check the first 2 letters of your address, of your bank account number or your digital account number. So you can go up here just to verify one more time and say, okay, OX2, and the last is 5FC. 5FC. Okay, I verified that. You want to verify it because sometimes you might make a mistake or something and delete one of these numbers, and then it goes into the blockchain black hole, let's say, and you'll never recover it and no one really knows where it goes. Okay, so now we're ready. So we're going to hit continue. And so this is another verification screen. It says you are sending $100 to this address. You're going to pay with Ethereum, and the payment. And so now I'm going to come down and click send now. And then now just another warning. It says sending crypto is irreversible. Before you send it, please make sure that you know the recipient and trust them and you're sending to the correct address. So I'm going to click send now. Now I'm going to go to my phone, my Google Authenticator on my phone, and I'm going to type in my authentication code, which changes every minute or so. I'm going to hit confirm. It's just another security step. And now my ETH has been sent. Done. So let's see, I'm going to pull up MetaMask here. Now it's 513 is in there, and we should start to see, that change as soon as it comes in. It maybe, I don't think it's come in yet, but we will. Sometimes depending on the network, it can take a few seconds to a couple minutes. So there you go. See, you can see that it just came in live. Now I have 613 in there. So that is how you transfer money from your Coinbase account into your MetaMask account. All right, so that is that slide. Now, the next one. Now what we're going to do is, now that we have our money in our MetaMask, we're going to sync with Opensea. So you go to opensea.io, you just type that in your browser, and let me pull it up for you. Now I'm on Opensea. You always want to double check to make sure you're on the right website. Opensea.io. Yes, I'm on the right website. This is the flea market. This is your mall. This is where you're going to purchase, the stores where you're going to purchase your NFTs. So go to the upper right-hand corner, and if I hover over this, it says wallet. So you can see this kind of looks like a little square wallet. Now, this is a very common icon that you're going to see when you're transacting in the digital world of things, okay? So just look for the little square wallet when you want to connect your wallet. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on that wallet, and it's going to say connect with one of our available wallet providers. We're using MetaMask. That's the wallet that we're using. So we're going to go down here and we're going to click on MetaMask. Okay, so now my wallet is automatically connected, and it goes to Dr. Edward Group, which is my account that I had previously set up on Opensea. So when you do this, you're going to, you're going to verify through MetaMask that this is the right account. You click yes, verify, and then you can also, once you're linked, once your MetaMask is linked, then you will have your own profile. Okay, and you can change your profile pic and everything else. So that's how you connect Opensea, which is your marketplace, to your MetaMask wallet, so that you've now synced right here. Just to show you on the slide, you click the right-hand corner, you connect to MetaMask, and the next thing you want to do now is you can shop. So let me take you through. Today, I'm going to be using Farmers Marketverse, and I'm going to show you my son's NFT project too, because I have a deal with people. If they buy one of my son's NFTs, they get an hour personal consultation with me, just kind of helping him out, getting him into the NFT project. But first, we are working with Farmers Marketverse because they already have an ecosystem to support organic gardening, to support organic agriculture. And it's a community that's building online in the digital world. And so you're buying a person in the digital world. You're buying an avatar in the digital world. So let me go through, and I would highly recommend. This project is going to be increasing over time. We are partnering up with them. It's only going to get more valuable as time goes on. So I'm going to go to the search, and I'm going to say Farmers Marketverse, and we have Farmers Marketverse patrons. So the patrons are actually a digital version or an avatar of somebody in the digital world. Let me show you another one real fast that is very popular, which is the Bored Ape Yacht Club, the Bored Ape Yacht Club. Now, when you see this little check mark here, this little blue check mark, that means it's a verified collection. And the reason why I say that is because there's a bunch of fakes on here. People will say Bored Ape Yacht Club, all this other stuff, but it's not verified. And you'll go in and you can buy something and they take your money and they scam you. So you always want to look for this blue check mark. Now, the Farmers Marketverse that we're partnering up with, they have not been verified yet, because sometimes it can take a while for you to get verified. So let me, for example, look at how much these are going for. So if I click on buy now here on a Bored Ape Yacht Club, it's going for 52 Ethereum. So 52 Ethereum, let's say at a price of 4,000, 52 Ethereum times 4,000, which is roughly the cost of Ethereum, is $208,000 to buy one of these. There's only 10,000 of these ever that will be in existence since they were created. So this is one of the more popular ones. Honestly, I don't even think the art is that appealing to me. So I like to buy stuff that the art is nice. I mean, I actually like the Farmers Marketverse as well. That's what we're going to be buying today, because they're doing good for the planet. They're doing good for organic agriculture. They're donating to lots of good causes for the food, and they're actually building a little small, they bought some land in the metaverse, and they're building an area where people can trade. And, let's say you're into crystals and you're making crystal necklaces, or let's say you want to consult with somebody on their health. We need more health coaches, and we need health coaches in the metaverse, just like we have them in the real world. And this is a bridging the gap. And Farmers Marketverse is one of the ones that we're excited about. We're going to be working with them with our NFT project. And then we'll just be partnering with anyone who's doing something good for humanity. So Farmers Marketverse, they only have 5,000 of these available. That's why this is not investment advice, but these are, in my opinion, going to become more and more and more valuable, because this is the first ones that were launched. There's only 5,000 of them available. And what they are is they all share the love and the passion for fresh, local, organic options, strong community, non-GMO stuff, sustainable farming measures, and just all around good vibes. And the community is growing and growing. If you go to the top right-hand corner, you see these icons over here. These are, you can go visit the website. You can go join their Discord channel, which is a community in the digital world where people can chat and talk and get to know each other. Here's their Instagram. Here's their Twitter. And if you click on, these are just a report. So now, this is how you buy your first NFT. So I'm going to go down, and these are all of the different patrons. I clicked buy now, okay, because you want to click buy now so that you can see exactly how much each one of these are going for. And I will, so there's 5,000 of them. So this was number 477. This is number 1892. There is a way to check and see how rare each one of these are, because some of them have different rarity, where if you go over here to the left side here and you click on background, you can see that if you scroll down, there's out of 5,000, only 414 of them have the sun background. Or if you go to beard, for example, you can see that maybe you might want to purchase a person with a beard. You can see that the ones that are the rarer ones, they might only have 136. 136 out of the whole 5,000 have a beard, so those are going to be fairly rare. Or you can say earring, for example. So you can see here that only 19 out of the 5,000 have an avocado earring. Or let's say eyes. Let's say you want, you want to get your own eye color. You can, verify that, or you can go down to here. The green cat eye glasses are the rarest ones. There's only 15. Anyway, this is just a way on the left-hand side where you can go and see, for example, what kind of hat, what kind of hair, etc. Now, there's females and males on here, so you can just kind of choose whichever one that you want. But for the purposes of today, I'll go and see if there's one that kind of sticks out to me that I kind of like, that I can buy. And I do kind of like the long hair, blonde long hair, because that's kind of what I have. So let's see if I can. So how about this one, right? Well, let's see. I will. How about this one right here? I like this one. Staff, I guess, since I'm already working with them in one way, shape, or form. It kind of looks like me a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on here. Now, this one is $113.10. Has a nice, cool necklace right there. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go buy now. Now, this is just a safety feature. Review this information to assure it's what you want to buy. Yes, I do want to buy it. Okay, these are the links. I understand that Opensea has not reviewed this collection and blockchain transactions are irreversible. That's going to come up on everything. We just click that. And so the royalties are something that goes to the person who creates the NFT or creates the project. So what I'm going to do now is confirm checkout. Since I'm already linked to my MetaMask is going to automatically open. And now this, unfortunately, right here is very important, because there's so many transactions taking place right now. This is called a gas fee. And this is what it costs to do a transaction on the Ethereum blockchain. So you can see that this patron is only costing me $113, but the fee that I'm going to have to pay just to get the transaction done is $74. Now, everybody's working on this right now, and Ethereum's supposed to be coming out with Ethereum 2.0. Right now, this is one of the biggest hurdles in purchasing NFTs or purchasing digital assets through these marketplaces is called a gas fee. If I run over this right here, a gas fee is a fee based on the latest blockchain. Now, what you can do is you can wait a little while. You can scroll down here. See, I'm able to scroll down, and my gas fee keeps going up. See this? Now it's $85 to do this. So let's just say that I've said, well, that's too much money. I don't want to do that. I'm going to reject that. Okay. So I'm going to reject that. I'm going to close this out. You decline the action in your wallet. But now, just so you know, you can do that and maybe get a lower gas fee, usually later at night when there's not a lot of traffic on the digital ecosystem, you can get a cheaper deal. But, you know, Ethereum is down right now. So all in all, I'm getting a pretty good deal on this, I think, for $113. I'm going to buy now. I'm going to click the button that I understand. I'm going to confirm the checkout. My MetaMask is going to open, and now my fee is back down to 74. So total that I'm going to pay for this is 188. But I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to confirm that. And I just purchased FMV number 1406. It should be confirmed on the blockchain shortly. You see here, it says processing. And it can take anywhere between a minute or maybe 30 seconds or even 20 seconds. It just depends on how long that's going to take to process. Now, this will be stored on your Opensea account. That means whenever you go back to Opensea and you go to open up your MetaMask or just open up your Opensea, you're going to be able to find your NFT. That means you're the owner of this now. It's a rare NFT because only 5,000 of them exist. And you will also be able to find your NFT in your MetaMask wallet. I always recommend you set up a MetaMask on your phone as well. And that way on your phone, it actually shows your NFTs. While that's processing, I'll show you. I'm bringing up MetaMask here. I'm going under the NFTs of MetaMask, and you can go all the way, scroll all the way down. Obviously, you can see I've gone a little bit crazy with my NFT collection, but I can go to the Farmers Marketverse right here. As you can see, I own a lot, and actually, is that the one that it's not on there yet? But I own a lot of Farmers Marketverse patrons because I believe in the project. I'm excited about where it's going. We're working with the team, and you can see that I own a lot of them that we're going to actually be giving away some of these. Whenever we launch ours, I want to give away some of these patrons as well. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and close that out, but just know that that transaction will eventually go through. And then I will show you one other thing real fast if anybody is interested in my son's NFT project, because I do talk about it, and he likes to say imperfections are beautiful. This is him, Edward-Group-the4th. And I've got a deal going on right now that all of his are signed and numbered, by the way. And I think all of these are going to be going up tremendous, not financial advice, but I think all of these are going to be going way up in value. And they're simple, they're just drawings. But when you purchase one of these, you get a 1-hour health consultation with me as an added benefit. And he only has a few of them up there. So that's kind of a new thing. If you're interested in that, go to Edward-Group-the4th. Okay. So we did the Opensea. We talked about Farmers Marketverse, searching the Farmers Marketverse. Oh, let me tell you about the floor price. So let me go back to Farmers Marketverse. I'll go back to the main screen. So the floor price is basically the cheapest amount of what that NFT is selling for at the moment. So if I go here, back to the main screen, which here it is. So you can see here the floor price is 0.015 ETH. That just means that the cheapest one that you can get out of the whole collection, if you hit buy now, is 0.015 ETH. So the floor price is always the cheapest. Okay, so that's that's Farmers Marketverse. That is one of my favorite, the love, the heart just burning. You can see the burning love there. That's my son's. So that is how you buy your first NFT. We talked about gas fees. The minting is how NFTs get put on the marketplace. I'm not going to go into too much of that. The art is amazing. You can find amazing pieces on there. Like I said, you can shop around, you can find different things. Some of these NFTs actually have, they all have communities, by the way. It's not just the piece of art that you're buying. You're buying into an ecosystem. And some of these ecosystems actually reward you, give you benefits, do great things for the planet. And that's what it's all about. It's all about helping everybody. So if you have the desire to collect for yourself, you can give them as gifts. You can start doing more research into Coinbase and looking into other cryptocurrencies. We are, like I said, branching into this whole evolving ecosystem with the one mission of helping people improve their health, improve other people's health, and improve the planet. If you have any questions, email NFT at Global Healing Society. That's going to be our metaverse. That's going to be our digital group of people that are working to heal themselves, heal others, and healing the planet. Again, one more time, this is not financial or investment advice. This is merely something that we're excited about, that we want you to teach everybody about how they can be involved, something that's growing at a tremendous rate, and something that we feel is very, very needed. I get the calls every single day, the emails about how we can help this younger generation, especially, transition into a more healthy lifestyle. And so that's what it's all about. So let me stop the screen share here. Just wanted to thank everybody for being on today. And again, if you have any questions, go ahead and email us at nft@globalhealingsociety.com. Thank you for joining us today, and always think about what you can do to improve your health and the health of the people around you. I'm Dr. Group.